and blessings for this day. So grateful for this time together. Grateful for the opportunity to drop down into our body temples with gratitude and kindness. Honoring that we are imperfectly perfect, just the way we are. So come to a comfortable seated position. And if you have an essential oil to use, I'm using On Guard this morning, which is a blend that's an antiviral, antibacterial, and antifungal. So applying an essential oil and letting that smell create an atmosphere that's pleasant, that's sensual, that's invigorating for you. Taking a nice deep inhalation through the nose and exhale through the mouth, allowing the mind to drop into the body. Again, deep inhalation through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, relaxing the body. And lastly, for the spirit, exhaling through the mouth. And on your next inhalation, bring your hands together at your heart center, rubbing them together, creating some warmth. And in Anjali Mudra, allow the thumbs to touch the sternum. Feel the heart lifted and the shoulders relaxed. Opening in a prayer or a prayer of your own. Divine and precious Spirit, we ask that you recharge our bodies with energy and vitality. We call in our guardian angels, great masters of East and West, our ancestors, our loved ones across the veil. Help us to see the kindness in others. And as we see that kindness, we attract kindness. May we be kind to ourselves and kind to one another. And may our kindness act as a channel of unselfish love. Om peace, amen. Bring your left hand to your lower belly, the large intestines, and the right hand to the heart and the lungs. As you inhale, feel the lower belly rise and notice how high you can inhale before you need to exhale. As you inhale, think of sipping up the spine like sipping up a straw, sipping up as much oxygen as you possibly can. And as you exhale, feel a wave of relaxation like a waterfall, releasing down the back of the spine, down into the hips, grounding you into the core of the earth. Inhaling, feel the belly swell, feel the heart lifted, dropping the jaw, bringing the breath all the way up to the crown of the head. Inhale as much as you can, and this time gently pause before exhaling. And as you exhale, feel that waterfall, that wave of relaxation, releasing the shoulders, the heart, and down through the hips. A few more full diaphragmatic breaths, sipping up from the tailbone all the way up to the crown of the head. Gently suspend your breath, pause for a moment, and feel the body relax and soften in that pause. And then exhale, releasing the head, the heart, the belly, the womb, and down into the sit bones. And with that loving kindness and gratitude, setting an intention for your practice today, bring your left hand back up in Anjali Mudra with your right hand. As you inhale, bring your hands up to the forehead, the point between the eyebrows. Allow the thumbs to touch down, clearing the mind of any churning thoughts, opening to loving kindness for yourself And on your next inhalation, bring your hands up to the crown of your head. Let your elbows open out, shoulders relax, like a steeple, aligning your body temple to that divine source. Grounded to Mother Earth, yet lifted to Father Heaven. And on your next inhalation, grow your hands all the way up to the heavens, really expanding the ribs, reaching. And as you exhale, take and turn the palms down, extending your arms out, cleansing your outer aura. Let your hands reach down to the earth, scoop up that earth energy, and inhale, bring your hands all the way back up. And this time, lift your gaze, arch your back just slightly. And as you exhale, bend the elbows, open heart. Let your hands come down, cleansing closer inside your aura. Allowing the hands to touch down, scooping up that earth energy, and inhale, bringing your hands out, all the way back up. And as the palms touch, bow the head, align the hands like that steeple, and let your hands, as you exhale, melt down to the crown of the head. Pausing here, feeling the touch of your hands. As you exhale, let your hands melt down the skull. Embracing the head, squeezing slightly, touching the ears. And let the hands slide down the jaw, the neck, the throat. Pause here for a moment, swallowing. Inhale, lifting the heart. And as you exhale, let your hands float down to your chest, your breast, bringing the left hand into the sternum, right hand on top. Pausing in gratitude. And we'll lemniscate, swimming the hands up across the chest, around the breast, and down and under and up the other side. Really kind of reaching back into the ribs, pushing them forward, and swimming the hands down the torso. Pushing the ribs forward, releasing the inner core. Gliding your hands and noticing where you might feel tension in your body, perhaps pausing there and breathing into that area. And then continue to swim through the body, pausing here into the growing area and just sliding the hands along the lymph system. As you inhale, bring your hands up and back to your kidneys. Just pausing here for a moment. Take and turn the hands out, releasing any anxiety, fear, worry, and doubt. And turning that fear into faith, turning the hands back down. We'll slide down the outside of the legs. And when you get your hands slid down to your knees, pause there for a moment. Gently massaging them, compressing them. And then continue to slide your hands down the shins, the inside, the calves, and then just pausing at your hands, really using your hands to ground your feet. So pausing at your feet, feeling that balance, connecting the end of our meridian channels in the hands to the feet. So all of your points start or end in the feet, the hands, and the head. So we'll inhale, just let your hands slide back up to a comfortable position for you. And we'll go through stirring the chakras. So as you exhale, feel grounded down through the tailbone. And as you inhale, lift the spinal energy up to the crown of the head. On your next inhalation, bring the belly button back towards the spine and round low in the root chakra. Feel that red flame as you spiral. Focus the energy on the hips, releasing any tension you may have in the lower hips, in the legs, spiraling up a little higher into the womb space. This is the large intestines, and this organ is in season for the fall. The cold wind contracts the body and pushes out toxins. So this lower belly, lower womb space is activated. Feel that glowing amber of warmth in the womb space, awakening your creativity. Spiraling up to the stomach. Really lead with the stomach. Inhale as you go forward, exhale as you go back. The solar plexus is your powerhouse, your willpower, your inner strength, and it's the energy of the golden sunrise. So feel the sun rising within your digestive system, allowing you to digest life with ease. And now moving up to the heart, leading with love and radiating self-love into every cell of your body. And let your head begin to move here side to side, reaching with the heart, the shoulders, the lungs. The lungs are also in season, knowing for each breath that you take creates a balanced rhythm in the heart. And for every heartbeat, it creates a rhythm within the lungs. So moving your breath, awareness, and energy up to the throat chakra. Swallowing. Feel your increase of moisture, allowing you to speak your truth with ease. This opens up the ears, the jaw, and bringing that awareness up to the third eye, really leading with the forehead. The point between the eyebrows, your inner intuition, the windows to your soul. And now up to the crown chakra. Feel as though you're a puppet on a string and it's lifting you to the heavens, leading with the head. One more spiral circle here, and we'll pause at center. Full diaphragmatic breath. Feel that energy in the spine being ignited. As you exhale, feel that wave of relaxation down the shoulders, relaxing the back door of the heart, the back of the belly, and the back of the hips. Nice deep inhalation, lengthening the spine. And again, exhale, belly button to the spine, and round the opposite direction. And we'll go a little faster on this side. We're already warmed up. But feel that root chakra grounding you on your path in this season of life that you're in. Spiraling up to creativity. Knowing exactly what to keep to nourish you and what to release, the toxins that don't serve you. Spiraling up to the belly, the solar plexus. Feel your strength. Spiraling into the heart, opening to love, self-love. Only when our body temples are filled up with our self-love can that love radiate out effortlessly. Into the throat, let the head bob. Blue healing waters, releasing negativity and opening to the flow. And up to the third eye, the forehead, the intuition. This is an indigo violet, midnight hour, when the spirit veil is thin and we're open to the inner intuition. And now the crown of the head, divine white light, pouring in through your body. One last spiral, and we'll pause there for a moment. And we'll bring our legs out in front of us, give them a little shake, releasing the tension in the legs, flexing and pointing the toes, kind of stirring up that spinal energy at the tailbone. And then gently rocking side to side, pumping that energy up into the brainstem. And we're going to take and bring our knees back behind us into Seiza, or firm pose. You can use a blanket to pad your knees if you wish. If you have any ankle issues, you can roll your blanket up and place them underneath if your ankles are hurting. Or if you're having any issues with your knees, you can place that blanket more at the sit bones, which will allow you to sit with the knees a little open. And you can double pad. You can use many pillows and blankets to stack up, even if you're this high. So in your firm pose, take and place your left hand down and your right hand on top. Tuck the pelvis and lift that energy up through the spine. Silently affirm, I offer my thoughts and energy up to the heavens, open to inspiration as I ground down into the core of who I am. Setting that affirmation for yourself, take a nice deep inhalation. And as you exhale, release the hands down by your knees, palms down. Release that large intestines, the lower belly, forward. Bowing all the way down, rounding over your legs and just feeling that compression. Allow the forehead to come down and release your hands back down by your sides. Palms up. Now you can take in, if this is comfortable for you, you can take and slide your hands underneath the feet. And this will give you some acupressure on the inside of the wrist. Breathing here kindly to yourself. Affirm, I relax from outer involvement into my inner haven of peace. Feel the breath compressing the front side of the body as you open the back side of the spine. A flexible spine is a flexible mind. Whole body breathing here. Releasing the hands, placing them back by your shoulders, down by your knees, palms into the earth. We're going to press your hands into the earth. Push your belly button to the spine. Bring your chin to the chest and kind of isometric push up. Rolling the body all the way up, and we're going to go into hero's rolling. So reaching that lower belly first, rolling down as you exhale, tucking the chin, pushing through the hands, push the belly button to the spine, push the stomach to the spine, push the heart to the spine, and inhale up, exhale forward, hero's rolling. Opening one vertebrae at a time. And inhaling up, really compressing the front side of the body to the back side of the spine. Last time, inhaling all the way up, pausing here. So we'll come forward into a cat-cow position. Knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. And we'll start with a neutral spine, dropping the head. Feel that tabletop and just kind of shift your weight forward and back. Think of the tailbone pushing out through the crown of the head and then the head pushing out through the tailbone. Just rocking back and forth, kind of shuffling the spinal fluid. And you can let your movement be big or small here. Listen to your body. Come back to that neutral tabletop. Shift your weight to your right knee, right hand, and then around to the left hand, left knee, making more of a circle. Spiraling, warming up the joints, warming up the body. And again, this can be a very small circle, or you can enlarge the circle and make it very big. One more spiral here. And we'll sink the hips down to the heels, walk your hands out. Really feel the compression of your thighs on the ribs. Release the forehead to the earth. Take a nice deep breath here. And then gently release the left temple to the left bicep. Relaxing, feel the stretch in the side of the neck. And we'll walk the right fingertips, spider crawl the fingertips out. Lengthening the arm. Press your fingertips into the earth and feel the openness underneath the armpit. Breathing here, this opens the lymph system. And as you exhale, bring the right elbow back down and switch right temple to the right bicep and walk your left fingertips out. Walking the left fingertips, straightening the arm, and breathing here. Try to relax the shoulder as you press the fingertips into the earth, palm lifted, breathing into that armpit. And then exhale, release the elbow down. And we'll just gently roll with the elbows bent, roll the head onto the earth. Now press the elbows into the earth and lift the head. Really arching and rounding the back here. Come to a neutral back. And then shoot that energy out through the crown of the head. A little movement in the neck here, a lemniscate. Releasing the neck, opening the cervical vertebrae. You can open and close your jaw here. Any movement that feels good to you. And then we'll gently press the crown of the head back onto the earth. Now you control the pressure by pressing through your elbows or releasing the crown completely. As you push your hips forward, roll to the back edge of the crown. And as your hips come back, you roll to the hairline. Gentle pressure, rolling on the center of the skull. This is our conception vessel. This brings balance to the hormones, the adrenals, the vagus nerve. It calms and sedates the mind. I like to call it brain drain. And now we'll make a circle, rolling over to one edge, around towards the temple, other edge, then back down the other side. So gentle pressure here. We'll do 3 circles in one direction. And then we'll reverse the direction. And if this doesn't feel good to you, if you feel lightheaded, nauseated, sink back into your child's pose and just rest there for a moment. So we're going to press into the elbows and just lift the head. Let the blood come back into the head. Reach the heart forward. Fan the tail feathers. And then as you inhale, lift the elbows, bring the weight into the hands and push all the way up and all the way back down. This is called cat's rolling. So the elbows touch, the head glides forward, scooping the neck up like a soup ladle, weight into the hands and lift up into your cat, lift, and then exhale into your cat bow. You can walk your hands a little closer back to the knees to arch the back even more. And we'll bend the elbows. Let the weight of the head come down. Scoop the nose towards the mat and then back up. Little isometric push-up. So we'll drop back into that neutral tabletop. Take and tuck the toes under. With the weight in the hands, gradually lifting the knees up. Lifting the hips up and sinking the heels down into downward dog. So play with your dog here a little bit, walking a little bit to the right foot, right hand, left hand, shifting the weight side to side. And then gently settling down into your downward dog, bringing the heart close to the thighs, pressing through the hands and lifting the tail feathers. Silently affirm, calmness radiates through every fiber of my being. Breathing through your whole body here. You can sway softly or you can hold firm. Listen to what your body needs. Nice deep breath. Silently affirming, calmness radiates through every fiber of my being. And as you exhale, we'll come back down. Bend the knees and let the knees set down. And just shift your weight side to side. Right hand, right knee, left hand, left knee. Untucking the toes. We're going to bring the left knee more in alignment with the spine to support you. And shoot the right leg back behind you. With the toes tucked under into the earth, and just kind of push, stretching the calf, pushing back into the foot. This is another way of pushing that spinal fluid from the tailbone out through the crown of the head. And now settling that movement, we're going to lift that right foot and cross it back behind you. And you'll feel a arc, a curve, like a half moon through the ribs. Gently glance back at that foot. And if it feels good for your hands and your shoulders, you can add a little push up here, just a little bow. And inhale, lift. Exhale, bending the elbows. Inhale, lifting. One more time, or not, listen to your body. You can just stay in the static pose, lifting and holding. So we'll release that foot back to center, shifting the weight to the right hand and the right foot. We're going to first lift the left arm straight out. Then, once you have your balance, bring that right leg up, lifting the right leg, left arm in opposite directions. Reaching the left hand forward as you push the right foot back. And exhale, releasing that, bending the right knee, coming back into your tabletop position, and we'll go to the other side. Bringing that left foot, toes tucked under, and pushing into the foot, forward and back, just shuffling that spinal fluid a little bit. Now, if you have wrist issues, all of this can be done on the elbows. So I'll do this side on the elbows. Do whatever works for you. We'll put the weight into that right knee, lifting the left leg, crossing it over. And just glancing back at that foot and breathing here. Feel the core strength. Your hips are kind of lifted. Feel the arc in the ribs. And if you like to reach the chin forward towards the hands, you can. So when we did the other side, we were doing a push-up. So on this side, if you're on your elbows, you can just reach your chin forward and back. One more time. Or if you're up on your hands, again, that's where you would do your little push-up. So bringing that to a stillness, we'll take and bring that left leg back into alignment. We're going to reach this top right hand forward. You can reach it up and out for balance. If you'd like to be anchored, you can keep the hand down. And then as you inhale, lift the left leg up and back. So that right hand can be down or up and lifted. It's completely up to you. Reaching in opposite directions. This really opens up the lungs and the large intestines, creating that yin and yang balance on both sides of the body. Exhale, release the right hand, release the right knee, and this time we'll spread the knees wide as we sink the hips down for wisdom pose. Open your hands out, reaching your arms out as far as possible, and release the chest down and the forehead down. We're going to flow with our breath here. So as you turn the palms up. As you inhale, make a fist. And bring your fists all the way up to your shoulders. And as you exhale, think of unfurrowing, like uncurling the hands, the arms. Inhale, making a fist, bringing the fist to the shoulders. And exhale, releasing the hands back down, releasing the fingers back open. One more time. Inhale, making the fist.
bringing the fist to the shoulders. And exhale, uncurling, bringing the hands back down, palms to the earth. Taking a nice deep breath here. Silently affirm, safe and secure within myself, I accept whatever is. Whole body breathing here. And so we'll lift the head first. Bring the weight into the elbows and shift the weight forward, bringing your knees back into alignment, knees underneath the hips. And then lifting the elbows, bring the weight into the hands. Walking the hands back, tucking the toes back under, and lifting the hips back up for your downward dog. Taking a nice deep breath in your downward dog. Let your head be loose. And walking your hands back towards your feet into a forward fold. So in your forward fold, your knees can be bent or straight. It's up to you. Holding in your forward fold. As you inhale, think of lifting the pelvic floor, lifting the belly, lifting the heart, and as you exhale, release the throat, the third eye, and the crown of the head. Silently affirm, nothing on earth can hold me. My spirit is free and I soar. And we'll gently shift your upper torso, walking over to the left. Breathing here, this opens up the right kidney, releasing any fear, worry, and doubt. Releasing back to center, and again, the knees can be bent here or straight. And we'll walk over to the opposite side, reaffirming, nothing on earth can hold me. I am free. Freedom is mine, and my spirit soars. Releasing back to the center. We're going to really bend the knees here and shift the weight, the hip weight, back into those upper thighs. As you inhale, bring your arms up, back behind you like a diver on a diving board. And we're going to take and curl the palms down towards the earth, bring the fingertips into the fist, and shift the hip energy forward and push up through the womb space. Exhale and soar and fly. Bring the hands back up behind you, reach the heart forward, opening the lungs. As you inhale, make that fist, shift the hips forward, and push up through the base, up through the womb, up into the stomach, the solar plexus. And as you exhale, release and fly, soaring. Here we go. Inhale, making that fist, shifting the hips forward, pushing up like a hydraulic lift all the way up to the heart. And then exhale, release, and fly. Last time to fly. Inhale, making that fist, shifting the hips forward, push up through the chakras, lower 3 chakras, up to the heart. Now we're up to the throat. Keep your head, chin to chest, and release your hands. And on your next inhalation, lift your head. Opening the throat. Feel that groundedness through the lower chakras, the lifted through the heart, and the openness in the throat. We'll roll the shoulders up, back, and down a few times, opening that throat chakra even more. Let's energize it. So bring your shoulders up to your ears, double inhalation. Squeeze and tense the whole body, double exhalation. And release and relax and melt. So we go from a squeezing and a tension to releasing and relaxing. Let's try that through our whole body.
We'll wave the tension up, and then we'll release the tension down. One body part at a time. Focus on the left foot. Squeeze the mat. Squeeze the toes, squeeze the heel, lift the arch, tense, 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 and then release and relax. Right foot, squeeze, lift, tense, 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 and then exhale, release and relax. Left calf, gradually build the tension and gradually release the tension. Right calf, gradually squeeze and lift, and exhale, release and relax. Left thigh, bigger muscle, greater concentration, squeeze, tense, 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 and exhale, release, release, release. Right thigh, squeezing, lifting, tensing. The rest of the body stays loose. Exhale, release the right thigh. Left hip sandwich. Really squeeze and compress the left hip. Now I like to come up on the left heel. Lift the left heel and squeeze. You can feel a little tension all the way up into the kidney, and then exhale, release and relax. Right hip sandwich. Squeeze, tense, and exhale, release and relax. Lower belly beneath the belly button. Let's come forward. Bending at the waist slightly, bending the knees and allowing the hands to rest right above the knees. Release the lower belly by fanning the tail feathers and releasing the lower belly, let it drop. And as you inhale, squeeze up, tense it, lift it, hold it, and exhale, release. Come up more into the upper belly, the solar plexus. Squeeze, tense, hold it, and exhale, release. Inhale all the way up, moving up into the heart and the left shoulder. Roll the left shoulder up, back, and down. As you inhale up, tense it like a wave of tension moving through the left arm and the left pec. And then melt and release it. Right side, release the shoulder, and then squeeze the shoulder. Feel that tension come down the arm, the right pec, the right arm. The rest of the body is loose. The right side is tight, and then melt. Thyroid, parathyroid, the neck. Kind of glide your shoulders back a little bit and glide the chin forward. Bring the lower chin above the upper chin. Squeeze there and then reverse. Bring the shoulders forward and the chin in and back. Squeezing the back of the neck, give it a little lift and release. We'll take 3 fingers at the base of the skull, the medulla oblongata, the mouth of God. So we'll massage that, really dig into the base of the skull. Press in as you lift the head up and back. And then as you exhale, bring the chin to the chest and glide your hands, your fingers, down to the bottom of the ears and release that. So we'll make some peace signs with your fingers and we'll place them on each side of the ears. So your pointer finger is behind the ears and your middle finger is in the front. Just compress and push down. This is excellent for tendonitis, ringing in the ears. And you can open and close your jaw here as well. So we're going to just slide our hands up into the hairline, into the temples, and we're going to squeeze and make a fist, kind of pulling the hair. Give yourself a little lift. This is a nice facelift, lifting. And then exhale, smooth and release. And we'll come up from the third eye with the right hand. So placing your fingertips at the third eye. The left hand is going to come up through the back of the skull. And we're going to glide the hands up into the hair. And we're going to squeeze up, lifting the hair. Now I'm going to bring the right hand down and keep the left hand lifting. Lifting the base of the skull, bringing the front of the skull down. And then reverse. Bring your left hand down, pulling down on the base of the skull and lifting back up with the right hand, lifting the hairline back up. And then release the squeeze and just hold and compress. Smooth that out. Any of that tightness and tension you may feel, use the energy that you have in your hands to release the skull. Relax the hair, the head, and the heart. So we'll place the hands, palms on the eyes, and feel the eyes sink back and release. And then just use your hands to melt across the forehead, across the eyebrows, releasing the mask that we wear, releasing the face, the roles that we play, and releasing all the way back down the throat, all the way down the chest, the breast, all the way down to the belly. Pause here at the belly, and we'll go clockwise 3 times. This is the way the digestive system flows. We've got the small intestines going down on the left side, the large intestines across right in that womb space, and then ascending, coming back up. And we'll come back to the kidneys, placing the hands as high as you can on the rib cage, gliding down. Each side of the spine is a bladder meridian channel, which is related to the kidneys, releasing the kidneys, down the back of the hips, the back of the thighs, the back of the knees, the back of the calves, around the outside of the ankles. Sweep the toes and come up the inside of the legs, the inside of the thighs, up through the lymph system. And we'll bring the left hand to the large intestines and the right hand to the heart. Finding your mountain pose, grounding through both feet. Feel yourself spreading roots down into the core of the earth. Shifting the hips just slightly to tuck the pelvis forward. So the hips down, we're grounded to the earth. And then the belly is soft. There's no bones in this belly area. Our vital organs are exposed. And then the floating ribs lift up to the heavens. Right? So feel yourself majestic and real at the top of your favorite mountain. And know that you're more majestic than the mountain. Made in the same image, same energy, yet mobile on the earth. A walking expression of divine spirit. So from your mountain pose, just release your hands down to your side and bring your feet a little closer together. As you inhale, bring your arms up, let them float up on the inhalation. We're going to bring them all the way up above you. Take your right hand and hold onto your left wrist and extend it up to the heavens, and gently leaning over to the right, pull that left shoulder back and bring your gaze up to the heavens. Grounded to the earth, yet open to the heavens. Silently affirm courage and strength. Flood my body cells. Joy descends to me. Nice deep breath here. And on your next inhalation, inhale back up. Exhale, expand your aura. Pausing here, reaffirming courage and strength. Flood my body cells. Joy descends to me. Inhaling, bringing the hands back up, really expanding your aura, spreading your wings. Let's pause at shoulder height. Drop the shoulders, palms up, and expand the fingertips. Bring the palms up and push out, and fingertips drop down. Bring your hands a little bit back behind you, opening up the lung meridian channel. And on your next inhalation, bring your hands all the way up. This time, the left wrist will grab a hold to the right wrist, or the left hand, fingertips. And inhale, lift the right side up. As you exhale over to the left, feel that expansion in the ribs. Take and bring that right shoulder back and the gaze up to the heavens. Silently affirm courage and strength. Flood my body cells. Joy descends to me. And on your next inhalation, come back up. Exhale, expand your aura. Beautiful. And we'll come down onto the earth, back onto our sit bones. We'll come into a bridge pose. So with the sit bones on the earth, feet spread the distance of your hips, gently holding on beneath the kneecaps, leaning back, think lift, and as you exhale, roll back one vertebrae at a time. Releasing the back onto the mat, walking your feet in a little bit closer. You want your feet aligned with your hips. And we'll bring our hands down to the side. And we'll start with just a little pelvic tilt. So as you inhale, you're just going to bridge the kidneys. So your pelvis is going to go forward towards your knees and your feet. Your shoulders are still on the earth, and all that's lifted is your kidneys. As you exhale, flatten the back into the mat. Lift the head and lengthen the spine. Inhale, rock the hips forward. Breathe into the kidneys. And exhale, flatten the belly button to the spine. You can lift your head to lengthen the spine. Last time, inhale, rock the pelvis forward. Breathe into the kidneys. And exhale, flatten the back into the mat. And now engaging the buttocks, push through the feet and just lift the tailbone. Slowly, with control, rolling up one vertebrae at a time into bridge pose. Make sure you keep your head in alignment with your spine. Lifting up to a comfortable level for you. You want to have a little openness in the throat as though you had a boiled egg underneath your throat. You can take and walk your left shoulder underneath you and your right shoulder up underneath you, clasping your hands beneath you, or not. Listen to your body and lift a little higher, perhaps pushing into the upper arms to even lift the heart higher. Silently affirm, I offer every thought as a bridge to divine grace. Whole body breathing here. Pressing through the feet. Imagine that you're shooting energy arrows out through your knees. You can also squeeze the knees closer together to engage the thighs even more. Pressing through the arms. Reaffirming every thought, every action as an expression of divine grace. Releasing the hands, keeping the hips up. We're going to release and roll down one vertebrae at a time, from the upper vertebrae to the mid vertebrae, and lastly releasing the hips. Once your hips are all the way down, just lift your knees and bring your knees up to your chest and holding on below the kneecap. The palms are in a stomach meridian point, fingertips at the liver. So outside, beneath and the sides of the shin bone, and the fingertips wrap around the shin bone to the inside. Just kind of compressing here, bringing the knees into the chest, and then walking your hands down the shin bone. So we're compressing on that meridian channel.
And when you get to your ankles, perhaps it's hard to reach your ankles, bring your feet up and grasp the ankles and grab the feet. Thumbs on the inside, fingertips on the outside. Grab and wiggle the toes. Take and pull your pinky toe out away from the second toe or the fourth toe, whichever way you're going. This opens up the bladder meridian channel. And we'll go into happy baby. So bringing the hands to the inside of the feet and just compressing one knee down and then the other. This should feel good on your back, like a back massage, opening up the body, and just play here. Explore with your range of movement like a baby would. Perhaps even lifting the head slightly and bringing the feet close to the face. Remembering your baby years when you could actually suck on your big toe, perhaps. If you've ever seen a baby do that. Bringing the upper torso to meet. Opening and closing the jaw. So let's bring the left foot down and the right leg straight up and out. And flex and point the foot and rotate the ankle in both directions. And holding on to the calf, I like to interlace my fingers behind the calf. Push through that leg to kind of lift your torso. And then try to relax here. It's called hanging tree. Now if you move the leg, it's a little bit of swaying tree. And you'll feel that on the spine. I like to kind of release the lower leg a little bit. And now we'll just sink the upper torso to the earth and bring that right leg closer towards the head and reach the left leg straight out. So it's kind of like a splits in the air. And again, rotate the ankle, flex and point the foot. We'll bend the right knee and place the right foot on the left thigh. Left hand comes across the right knee and right hand straight out from the shoulder. Take a nice deep inhalation and flex the foot on the floor. Lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, release that right knee across the midline. Possibly keeping the shoulder to the earth. Inhale, lift the head, and turn and look out at your outstretched hand. I like to open the palm here. Palm up, open to receiving. And you can reach the top arm up above your head slightly if it feels good to you. Pushing the hip down and out, away from the ribs. Silently affirm, I am open to the divine spirit, the life force, the prana shakti that flows through me, in me, as me. Whole body reaching in opposite directions. Nice deep inhalation. And as you exhale, bring the belly button to the spine and let the hip unwind, opening the leg out to the side. Let it open out, creating like a number 4. You can bring your head back into alignment, hands back down. I like to place my hands into the growing area, the lymph system here. And then with your right hand, take and glide that right knee back up. So the right foot is on the floor, knee bent. And we'll bring the left knee in, give it a hug, and then extend it straight up to the heavens, holding on behind the calf for hanging tree. So you can forcefully lift the torso, or you can push through the leg to pull your torso up. So you can statically hold here, or you can sway that tree a little bit if you want to rock on the spine. So listen to your body, whatever feels good to you. Flex and point the foot. And then we'll release the torso back down, rotate the ankle, allowing your leg to come closer to your torso for a deeper stretch. And then release the right leg, letting gravity create that stretch for you. Open and close the jaw, move the head a little bit, rotate the foot, nice deep stretch. And then exhale, bend the left knee, place the left foot on the right thigh. Right hand comes across the knee, left hand out from the shoulder. Inhale, flex the foot, lengthen the spine, and exhale, release that left knee across the midline. Nice deep breath here. Inhale, lift the head, and turn and look out at your left hand. Take and turn the palm up, really reaching the left arm out and away, and the left hip down towards the foot, opening the space between the ribs and the hip bone. Breathing and silently affirming, I open to the divine spirit that flows through me, in me, as me. Whole body reaching here. And as you exhale, gently bring the belly button to the spine and let the left leg open out to the side, creating that number 4. Head back in alignment. Nice deep breath here, letting the hips open. Touching any area of your body that feels tight. Breathing into it and allow it to soften. Straightening the left leg out, preparing for Shavasana. You can shuffle by flexing and pointing the feet with the weight on the heels. You should feel this up into the base of the skull. Take a nice deep breath here and allow the body to release. Relax, surrender, and letting go. Feel the support of the earth beneath you. Deep peace of Mother Earth to you. Feel the flowing waters through you, in you, as you. Deep peace of the flowing air to you, releasing you, cleansing you. Deep peace of the shining stars above you, shining kindness into every cell of your body. Moon and sun pour their healing light into you. Deep peace.
bringing your breath awareness of kindness and gratitude back into your body, viewing all human beings as members of your own family, wiggling your toes and your fingers, shifting your head side to side, feeling your brothers, your sisters, your mothers, your fathers, and children everywhere as your own. Bringing your knees into your chest, knowing that as you gaze on all human beings, God gazes on you. Holding that divine spirit in your heart and rolling to your right side, recognizing the kindness comes from within. Simply understanding is a reward. Giving it to yourself is a source of sweetness within. As you bring yourself to an upright position, know that the love and the kindness that you bring back to this space radiates out effortlessly to all of humanity. For the whole world is our home, and the human race our family. With Spirit's kindness, may we embrace all. Firstly, ourself. We have to feel to heal. Flow and know you are perfect just as you are. Meet yourself with kindness. Bringing your hands together in Anjali Mudra, rubbing them, creating some heat. We'll close with 3 alms. The first one is for yourself. So as you exhale, place your hands on your chest. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhaling deeply to chant Om. Bringing your left hand to your heart, your right hand out to your friends and your loved ones. Inhaling deeply to chant Om. Inhaling both hands out to all inhabitants of the earth and the universe. Inhaling to chant Hands back to your heart center. The light and the kindness within me is honored by the light and the kindness within you. Bowing, namaste. So grateful. Blessings.